Okay, everyone, we'll be starting here in a couple of minutes. Let's see, does that fix the echo? Test, test. Seems to. Okay, as we get started, Corrales Sa is going to be joining us. You can come on in at this point if you'd like. And as we move into 2025, we'll see how long this goes. But the last class that we had in 2024, I want to start modeling that throughout the year, where I have a tendency of really focusing hard on the details of the technique and the process. And that's a big reason I think that people gravitate towards this particular program. But it's equally important, if not more important, for all of you, including me, to get enough reps in and to focus on having a hard workout and conditioning the body. So we're going to be working on more reps, maybe a little less explanation, and hopefully some of the pre-recorded content can kind of carry some of the themes for all of you. And then during class, what we're going to do, at least for the first part of the new year, if not throughout the whole new year, I'm going to try and model and demonstrate how to train so that you can improve performance rather than just talking and demonstrating about all of the nuances of the technique. So I hope you enjoy this type of class and get ready for more of a workout. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's see. So Corrales Sa, who's here in the room, will call the commands since we've got some of this being recorded live. All right, let's begin. We'll have Corrales Sa just be a little bit behind, demonstrating as we go through this. So everyone step out. Chumi! Ready position. All right, and then shake out the wrists. Elbows. Circles. Elbows touching. Set. Net. Das it. Switch. Hana. Set. Net. Das it. Forward and back. Now. Set. Net. Das it. Hands up. Twisting. Hana. Set. Net. Das. Hands on the hoodie. Circles. Hana. Set. Net. Das it. Switching. Hana. Set. Net. Das it. Left leg stepping out, dropping. Hana. Set. Net. Das it. Stay low. Switching. Hana. Set. Net. Das it. Coming to the center and dropping. Hana. Set. Net. Das. Yos. Yor. Aho. Yol. Bring the heels in. Hana. Set. Net. Das it. Bring the toes in. Hana. Set. Net. Das it. Heels in. Hana. Set. Net. Das it. Toes in. Hana. Set. Net. Das it. And straighten the legs. Stretching. Coming up. Back bend. Immediately to the forward bend. Back bend. Forward bend. Last time. Back bend. Forward bend. All right. And then widen your stance. Kimajase. Get the toes pointing forward. Left hand extended. Chung Hwan. Right hand coming into the chamber. Okay. Chungdang Gong Yak. Hana. Set. Net. 다섯. Two methods of performing the punch. Generally in basics, we talk about the 2 count where we inhale, expand, pulling the hip back, and then releasing. When you release, you don't want to have your hip center. You want to have it turned slightly past center. Okay, so here, inhale 1, and then twist the hip past center. So now it's past center. You're going to inhale and drive it even further back. And then it'll come through the center and then turn towards the other direction. Okay, let's try. And 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, hop, key hop, Okay, now from here, because you're going past center, there's no need really for that extra preparation, but it does help in developing students' habit in preparing and pulling the hip back. But the hip's already pulled back here, so here we just release. And then from here, this hip is pulled back, we release again. Set, net. So just punching directly. 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, hop, key hop, punching hand crosses on bottom, pivot on the heels, sudomaki, 하나. And then pick up the toes, 돌로 중간 공격. Good, so inhale, nothing moves. Then we dodge the attack a little more by bending on that front leg, deepening the stance, then driving weight, other direction. Okay, 1 count, 2 techniques. 하나, 둘. Think about the preparation. Notice nothing happens here with my body. Just arms cross and then drive the weight. Then weight drives the other direction into the punch. Okay, 1 count, 2 techniques. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, hop, and key hop, and pro. Inhale, exhale. Again, inhale, exhale. All right, so from here, we're going to all back it up. Corrales, Shokyo, and I will be kind of here in a line. We'll put you here. We're going to work on some of our basics. So ready position. Left leg stepping forward. Hadan maki. Hadan maki, chonggol jase. Hana! Tul! Set! Net! Guido. Hadan maki. Kira! Kira! Hana! Tul! Set! Guido. Hadan maki. Kira! Kira! Make sure on all of these that you're turning the hip 2 times. So inhale, prepare 1, hip turns to the side, and then make sure that you complete into the chonggol jase. But demonstrate that intermediate position the best that you can. So first one, we prepare 1, 2. 1, 2. Then we look over our back shoulder, collect, bring your feet together. 1. Then you can drive weight into the new direction. Once you're comfortable with that process, there's no stop. So here, if you can, we prepare and complete the technique, no pause. Come on. The body's always moving, continuing to accelerate. 둘, 셋, 위로, okay. So very important, right? Is a lot of times you'll prematurely want to move faster, but you forget that intermediate position. So here, you've got to get this position correct first. So that's why in basics, a lot of times you'll see us pause here before completing the technique. But never think that that's the full expression of the movement. That's the teaching crutch. What you want to do is have continuous motion. Here, 1, 2, without any pause. Okay, so let's do another round. 하단 마키. 하나, 둘, 셋, 위로, 들어, 하나, 둘, 셋, 위로, 들어, and then we do the same thing as 상단 마키. Inhale, prepare. 하나. Remember, crossing on bottom, the preparation, side position, and then turn. Inhale. See how the elbows connect? Drop. Inhale. Set. Then inhale. And then from here, 뒤로. 상단 마키 on the turn. Again, 하나. All the way. 둘, 셋, 뒤로, 들어, Same thing on this one. Make sure that you're keeping your knees bent. You're turning, and you find that intermediate position with the hip extended forward. Because again, the definition of the defensive hip is that as the weight drops, the front hip snaps back. So the hip is extended in the preparation, and then it snaps back on the completion. Okay, so from here, everybody inhale, prepare. 1, elbows touch. Then from here, hip turns, arm extends. Now from here, motivated by the breath, everything drops, right? So think about the classes at the end of 2024. Remember this block here. And then remember this block here, right? So from this hangdan maki, there it is. Hana. 1, just drop and come into position. Turn. Okay, 뒤로. 돌아. See if you can put it together. If you're not quite there yet, continue to break the technique into two positions. If you feel like you're ready, try and smooth it out. Hana. 둘. 셋! 뒤로! 들어! Okay, everyone extend the front hand. 중단 공격. 중단 공격. Inhale, prepare. 1. Hup. Okay, only one direction, and that's forward. So from this position here, a lot of times people are thinking that this is the preparation, but you're going the wrong way. All you're doing is driving weight forward. And as you do that, this hip is held back rather than beginning the turn. So don't begin the turn yet, but drive weight forward. Hana. 1. Continue to drive weight forward until you fall. And that's when you release the hip. Again, 1. Hana. 둘. 뒤로. 하단 마키. 들어. Again, 중단 공격. 하나, all the way. 둘, 셋. One more, 넷. 위로, 하단 마키. 들어. Biggest mistake here is that people are going to turn the hip over prematurely, and that allows the elbow to escape. So from here, as you prepare, you've got to make sure that elbow connects to the hip the entire time, which means you can't turn the hip over until that weight drops into the Changul Jase. Okay, so let's everybody try that. And hana. Hold that hip back even longer as you step into the punch. 둘, 셋, 위로, 하단 마키, 들어, 하나, 둘, 셋, 위로, 하단 마키, 들어, Even harder is the hwenjin 공격. So now we step into the side punch. Start kyocherip jase here. And then turn the hip over. Lot of patience in the Huingjin Gongyak. Let's try it by the count. Hana, 1, 2, let's go into the Kyocherip. And then from there, that's when the hip turns. Heel pivot, drive the weight. 1, 2, and get that fist out, but your elbow's still touching the hip. And then at that point, turn. Heel pivot, drive the weight, step into that cross stance. Make sure that elbow is touching the hip at this point. Then release. That's the proper timing. Viro, haranmaki, tura, tura. Again, Huingjin Gongyak, hana. See if you put it together. Dur, set, viro, haranmaki, tura, tura. Another round, hana. Dur, set, viro, haranmaki, tura, tura, hana. Dur, set, viro, haranmaki, tura, tura. Pro. Inhale. Again. Sho. Dobak Tanjin. All right, celebrating the first training session of the new year. Got our most dedicated students here training over Zoom and having some interaction. And then for those of you on the Zoom may or may not know, we're also streaming this one live on YouTube, but they're just seeing my video screen on YouTube. And it looks like, pleased to say, it looks like we've got 9 people currently participating in the class. All of you feel free to make some comments about how your experience is during the virtual workout. So yes, sir, Mr. Hamilton. You only hear me part of the time. Is that everybody else? I'm breaking up. That's odd. Let me try something. I always have my AirPods in. That seems to do the trick. How's that? Is that better? Okay. Let me know if you hear a bunch of background noise. And hopefully this is working out for those of you on the live stream. Feel free to send a chat if this is not working well. If you all can hear me on the live stream, let me know, or let me know if you're struggling. Looks like we have Mr. Señor Ritondo de Argentina. Muy bien. Gracias por estar con nosotros hoy. Okay, so let's continue the class. So we're going to move into the Hugel Jase now. Just first class of the new year, I always want to focus on the basic fundamentals so that we understand where our foundation lies, and that's with our stance, understanding the jase, and then how do we move our mass from the jase. So our jase, our stances, is our transportation. How do we use our transportation effectively? So we start off with the Chungul Jase, moving to the Hugel Jase, feet are together. And then let's have the right foot turns out 90 degrees. So we have this nice right angle. And then our right leg is going to step out into the Hugel Jase. But usually as we step, do you see how my body weight is moving forward? That's not going to make a very good back stance. So as my front leg steps out, I just sink straight down. And as I sink straight down, I try and push my pelvis back so that I feel this kind of receiving defensive posture with my body. This kind of nice line is what you're going for in a hugel jase. You see how here you don't have a very strong line? By pushing your pelvis back, you get that nice line that you see in the back stance. And then up, and then we'll just drop 10 times. Hana, dur, set, net, dasit, yosit, ilgop, yodel, ahop, yol. And hold it. Hana, dur, set, net. Really feel this pull. Dasit, yosit, ilgop, yodel, ahop, yol, and up. Good. And then we'll try the other side. As we do the back stance, look at it from this other angle. Common error is to have some sort of a lean happening with the back stance. So as you don't get any lower than you can without feeling some sort of a lean. You may feel a lean this way, maybe a lean this way, or you may feel a lean this way. But everything should be straight. So from here, left foot turns, and then we step out and drop. Hana, dur, set, net, dasit, yosit, ilgop, yodel, ahop, hold. Hana, dur, set, net, das, yos, ilgop, yol, ahop, yol, and up. Good. And then circles with your hips. Hana, dur, set, net, dasit, switching. Hana, dur, set, net, dasit. Okay. Audio better, everyone? I'm not breaking up anymore. Okay, might have to. I'm not hearing any audio issues from Mr. Betts, so that's good news. Looks like everything on YouTube's working out. So let's continue then. So chumbi jase, ready position. Okay, so let's just work on the chungdan sudomaki, which you see in a lot of our basic forms. So my left leg is going to step forward, and as I do that, my arms are just connected with my waist. You see, my arms don't move. And as I turn sideways, my arms naturally come to my hip. One. And then as I step, I go into the chungdan sudomaki. So from here, we're going to be in a back stance. See how as my hip circles, it creates this line with my arm. So my blocking arm just makes a nice circle, kind of like from the 1980s Karate Kid wax on, wax off block. The elbow stays still, and you're just making a circle with your arm. That's what's happening here. The other hand coming across to protect your diaphragm area. So in fact, let's just do it by turning left. So we look over our left shoulder, bend the knees. We're going to turn this circle, chungdan sudo. Make sure the elbow stays low, fingertips at chin height, and back, return. Okay, let's do that 5 times. Hana. Dur. Make sure strong shisan, right? So before we move, strong shisan, set. And then paro, look first, and then return. Okay, remember that process. Net. Okay, strong back stance, right? Tasut. So you see how my hip reaches forward and then snapping back. That's how you get that defensive position. Then looking over the right shoulder 5 times. Hana. Dur. Set. Net. Tasut. Okay, so then moving forward now. So stepping forward with the left. Hana, nice circle. Feel the motion of the hoodie. Dur. Set. Net. Tasut. Now let's do the same thing, and we're going to retreat. So here we're going to twist, prepare, hands come to the hip, and then hip is going to turn the opposite direction. Inhale 1. See how I turn? Prepare, kind of corkscrew. Crank. And last one. Key up. And forward. Hana. Dur. Set. Net. Does it. And back. Hana. Dur. Set. And net. Pro. Inhale. Again. Sure. All right, moving on to jockey now. I had received some feedback last month that a kick that maybe we haven't reviewed for a while. It was the Yaporochagi. And so I wanted to focus on the Yaporochagi today and try and improve performance there. Just take note that I'm still working on recovering from a pulled groin muscle, but I'll do my best to demonstrate with you all. So let's go into our Chumbi Jase, ready position. Corrales Joki will be in the back there to see. So we're going to start off with the Yapodorigi. Actually, let's have you, since your muscles are fine. There, you demonstrate up front, and I'll demonstrate in the back. So the Yapodorigi stretch, you're going to stay here, look over your left shoulder. I'm going to go on my right, and notice you're going to pivot on the supporting foot. As you pivot, you want to make sure that your arms are on the outside of your leg and that you're leaning towards the kick as you lift the leg up. In the Yaporochagi position, the heel is the weapon, and you're striking right with the outside edge of the heel with the Yaporochagi. Okay, so you want to have the toes slightly down. Okay, so let's all try that side stretch kick. Hana, up, back. Okay, we're just going to do the left, our right side. You can choose which side you want to do. We're going right. Hana, lift, good. Dur. Set, I'm going to grab his leg. Everybody notice here how the toes are slightly down and that this arm is on the outside of his leg rather than the arm being on the inside. What that does is drops the shoulder. You want to keep the shoulder back here, and then his focus is on reaching towards the kick, feeling a nice contraction here in the obliques. Okay, good. Again, and set. Net. Why don't you back up 2 steps? Good. Tasso. Yose. And make sure the knee stays straight as you come up. Don't bend the knee. You're not going to get the benefits. Yose. Ilg up. Keep the head up. Do your best not to lean with the kick. What you want to do is as you kick, you actually want to lean the opposite direction and feel this tension here in your obliques. Dasu. Do a few more. Yosit. Ilgop. Yodel. Ahop. Yol. Okay, we're going to go to the other side now. But first, I'm just letting you all know, those of you that are on Zoom, I noticed that your kicks, your toes are up. And it's because you're trying to kick high. Don't worry about height. Worry about getting the technique down correctly, and then you're going to be using the right muscle groups. So as you do this kick stay low, but make sure those toes are down or at least parallel with the floor. No toes facing the ceiling, please. Okay, let's try a count of 10, and hana. Dur. Set. Net. Dasit. Yoset. Ilgop. Yedel. Ahop. Yor. Okay, now, thank you, Corrales Jokio. We'll have you come in and assist here in a second again. When you do this kick, I'm still seeing even the senior members who have amazing kicks, your first reaction is your upper body goes back as you kick. You see, when you saw Corrales Kyosa demonstrating the kick, there was none of this back motion, even if it's a little bit. What you actually saw was going, do you see? My upper body's going the other way. Does everyone see that? As I kick, my contraction is happening here. So I need you all to feel that more. That contraction is the compression that some of the TAC members have been talking about recently with the breath. Okay, so as you complete the technique, you want to feel that compression of air, and that's in your core. You contract your core, and that creates a stabilizing effect and also increases your stability for balance and power. Okay, so let's try it again, starting on the other leg. Corrales Sa is going to kick on the right side. I'll do it with you on the back, just a little lower to show you that you don't have to kick high to do it right. Okay, here we go. And hana, dur, set, net, daset, yoset, ilgop, yorol, ahop, yol. Good. And then the other side. And hana, dur, set, net, daset, yoset, ilgop, yorol, ahop, yol. Good. Okay. And then get your hands on your hips, a few circles. Hana, dur, set, net, switching. Hana, dur, set, net, tasut. Okay. And everyone show. In a lot of your forms, you see the yaporochagi, and then there's this nice rechambering of the kick in preparation for the next technique. So you see this in Pyongan Idan from here, 1, 2, 3. You see this in Pyongan Sadan, right? From here, 1, 2, 3. You see this in the Basai Hyung. From here, 1, 2, 3. Okay? So we want to try and build the habit so that we can demonstrate the yaporochagi in that manner. So from here, I'm gonna do it with I'll do it with my left side, and we're going to do that preparation like in the Pyongan Hyung. Okay, so in this position, you want to get your right fist, your left fist in front of you, creating a right angle, right on your diaphragm. Other hand's in the chamber, and then you're going to lift your leg up. Now, as you do this, you're going to feel off balance until you tilt your hip back slightly, and that stabilizes you, and then feel a little contraction down with your core. That's that stabilizing effect that we've been talking about. And then back. And let's just try and come up to that position 3 times. Hana. You see that little drop and that exhale, that forceful exhale? That type of motion is what you want to feel that stabilizes. And dur. Make sure you change your sight. Set. Let's do a couple more. Net. Dasa. Okay, now from here, we throw the yaporochagi along with the kwando strike, like in Pyongan, Idan, and Sadan, and then pull back the hip and down. So you're going to find that position twice where the hip is pulled back a little bit and then a little bit of a crunch. What you want to do is find the center of your gravity over your supporting leg. So pulling that hip back helps to center yourself over the supporting leg. And then a little bit of a crunch helps you to lower your center of gravity so that you have better stability. Okay? So let's try 5 times with the kick and prepare. 1, yaporo, pull back, and then let's go into the elbow. And then pull. Yaporo 2, 1, back, and back. Okay, so the idea here is you kick and then you choose when to set the foot down for the elbow strike rather than gravity forcing you into the position. Again, 2 more. Here, net, And last one here. Toss it. Good. And then let's go over to the right side. From here, Yoporo. Back. Door. Set. Net. And last one, prepare. And toss it. And poro. Sure. Very good. So let's actually go through 2 repetitions of Pyongan Idan, 2 repetitions of Pyongan Saran. Okay? Feel like you can go through the Pyongan Idan? Okay, so let's have everybody chunbi, ready position. A Pyongan Idan. Shisan. Shija. And poro. Sure. You're going to get one more chance to do that form, but just a couple of areas where we focused in today's class. Another thing about the sidekick that maybe I didn't talk about is that if the leg is prepared out here, if the knee is very straight, you see how it just expands. There's more area where there's weight. You want to concentrate that weight underneath the center of gravity. So you don't want to have a big heavy leg sticking out of your body, right? So in the preparation, it's better to have the leg tight and tucked. Everyone see this? Tight and tucked, knee in tight here. You see everything's very well contained. I'm seeing some of you out like this. Then as you extend that kick out and you bring it back, same thing. The tighter you can bring it back in, the easier it is to maintain the balance because you're maintaining a smaller center of gravity. Okay, so and it also helps you contract that core, which leads to the compression topic that we've been focused on. Okay, so let's try the Pyongan Idan again. The other thing to remember is the chops. Still seeing some shoulders coming up like this as you're going into the chops. Remember, shoulders are down. Just think about wax on, wax off. Okay, you don't have to do this when you're waxing the car. Okay, nice and gentle. Okay, let's try. Chunbi. Pyongan Idan. Shija. Now look tighter. Shoulders are looking a little lower. Oro. And show. Great. Okay, so then moving into the Pyongan Saran. Maybe I'll demonstrate one of this hyung, and then Corrales Kyosa can demonstrate the second repetition. Pyongan Saran. 준비. 시선. 시작. Oro. Show. Okay, one more time. Corrales Jokyo. 준비. Pyongan Saran. 시선. 시작. Oro. And everyone show. Excellent form. Good. Okay. Any questions on Pyongan Saran before we move on from those of you in the Zoom class? All right. We'll have some time at the end to cover a couple of other things. But okay, so let's go ahead and continue. So everyone, 준비 자세. And then let's have everybody have a seat. 앉으세요. And just a little bit of stretching, so legs apart. Over towards the left, stretching. 오른쪽. So now towards the end of class, this is when you'd want to have that deeper stretching, more static, center. Reach, grab both your feet. Over to your left again. Over towards your right. And center. Bring your feet in. And push your knees down. Good. And then straighten your legs. Reach your hands behind. Okay. And then just some leg lifts. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 열, 아홉, 열. Bring them in. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 열, 아홉, 열. Turning. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 열, 아홉, 열. Switching. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 열, 아홉, 열. Center. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 열, 아홉, Yul and up. Hana. Dur. Set. Net. Das. Yos. Ilgop. Yul. Hop. Yul. 10 more. Hana. Dur. Set. Net. Das. Yos. Ilgop. Yul. Ahop. Yul. Legs apart. And stretching again. Left. Reach your opposite arm up over your head. Grab your sleeve if you can't grab your leg. Switch. Look under your arm. And center. This time working your quad. So let's bring one leg behind you. Stretch. Good. Breathing. And up. Switch, other leg. Stretch. And up. Both legs out, stretching. Hana, dur, set, net, das, yos, yul, yur, hop, yur, hana, dur, set, net, das, yos, yul, yur, hop, yur. Hey, and reaching back. Okay, and then nice big circles. Hana, dur, set, net, das, yos, ilgop, yur, ahop, yur, hana, dur, set, net, das, yos, ilgop, yur, ahop, yul, and up and down. Hana, dur, set, net, das, yos, ilgop, yur, ahop, yul, hana, dur, set, net, das, yos, ilgop, yur, ahop, shmur. Rest. Okay, and then get onto your stomach. Stretch it out. Pull back. Good. Okay, and then Corrales Jokyo is going to come to the center, down into your splits. Splits. Correct. Good. Knuckles. Everybody follow. Unless you've got a pulled muscle like myself. Good. And then over towards the left. So I'll go behind. I see some of you also not wanting to do this. So a nice alternate would be here on your feet. Coming down. Stretch. Stretch. And then here, turn. And then switch other direction. And center. Grab the outsides of your feet. Pull down. Bend the knees, roll the spine up. Good, and then everybody come up. All right. Very nice. So, I'm so glad to hear that Bonifant Kyobom Nim is here watching. I appreciate you sending out a chat message. Those of you on Zoom, Bonifant Kyobom Nim is one of the pioneers in the Mudokwan. He's been very instrumental in a lot of the happenings in the Mudokwan, and a dear friend and a great mentor to me for many decades. So Thank you. Thank you, sir, for being here. All of you, I hope you enjoyed this class. We're going to end the YouTube live session now, and students over Zoom, we're going to do another 10 minutes of some finer detail that I wanted to go over after seeing your specific performance, so that we can tailor the learnings from there. Chad, nice to see you. I heard that you reached out. Love to see you back in the Zoom classes. Send me an email and let's see how we can get you back training. So those of you that are on the YouTube stream know that you're always welcome. Please go to dojang.org, and there's pre-recorded courses. And then there's also Zoom sessions every Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. We'd love to have you all participate with us, and we'll be doing these live streams again. So thank you all, and we'll end the stream now. Subak.